Well, people who earn more are prone to panic buying. NTU has surveyed over 500 Singaporeans at the height of the pandemic last year, which saw household goods like toilet paper and canned food flying off the shelves, you remember. Researchers explain that households with higher salaries usually translate to more disposable income. This means they can afford to stock up on goods. Fear emerged as the top factor that drove panic buying, followed by social pressure. Age and gender mattered very little. One finding is that people feel the need to resort to panic buying to fit in with their social circles. Well, let's take a closer look. We're joined by Assistant Professor Yuen Kum Fai from the NTU School of Civil and Environmental Engineering. Professor, aside from being able to obviously afford all this extra stuff, why are those with higher incomes more likely to panic buy?
Well, in addition to the fact that people with higher incomes are able to afford it, these are people who are more likely to be looking at social media or the news for updates on the COVID-19 situation. And as a result, they are more likely to pick up cues from the media depicting empty shelves and long queues at the supermarkets. And this will create the impression of a potential stock-out situation in people's mind and would trigger a sense of urgency and fear in people to panic buy. So it is this sense of urgency and fear that sends a message to people that if we do not buy now, we might potentially suffer the consequences of not securing sufficient provisions.
Professor Yuen, the survey looked at social pressure in relation to all of this panic buying. So why do people feel the need to follow suit just to fit in, as your survey discovered? I mean, even if they know that there is really no need to hoard supplies.
Right. Even though the government has assured us many times that there are ample supplies for everyone and there's no need to buy more than what we need, panic buying remained prevalent because of our instinctual nature to mimic the behaviors of the majority. We tend to have this tendency of believing that the majority is making the right decision or has access to certain information that we do not know. We see such behavior, such herding behavior in animals where they band together mainly for survival reasons. However, such behavior is also quite common in many decisions we make. For example, making a decision to join a longer queue than a shorter queue at the hawker centers. While some of us are basing these decisions probably based on the conclusion that the store is serving better food, many of us are simply making this decision based on the decisions of others.
Yeah, so I guess it begs the question, because we are living in a social media age 24/7. So when it comes to tackling panic buying, it seems that more knowledge is not necessarily helpful in this situation.
Well, I tend to agree that in this digital age where information is readily available 24/7, the news and social media have contributed a lot to keeping us updated about the latest developments, leading to a better assessment of our situation and helping us make a more informed decision. However, the ease of obtaining information from the media has also given rise to the spread of rumors and misinformation that creates unnecessary fear, which is the main predictor of panic buying as found in our study. Therefore, our government and credible social media and newspaper platforms will need to play a crucial role in clarifying or intercepting rumor and misinformation to stop the spread of fear in our society. So as for your question on whether better knowledge of the situation helps, I guess there's no straight answers to that. I believe it really boils down to individuals to be critical of any information that they receive, to discern facts from fiction, and to make the best possible decisions for themselves.
Important to separate the fact from the fiction. Professor Yuen, thank you very much. Assistant Professor Yuen Kum Fai there from the NTU School of Civil and Environmental Engineering.